Hey everyone, welcome to Ellis Mowers. I'm going to try and start doing this intro before I run that nice little open and then get into it. I'll try and start doing this for all my future videos. I hope y'all like it, because I know my videos can get a little lengthy, and I kind of want to summarize everything that I'm going to be doing in this video to try and not waste y'all's time, especially if you're doing a tutorial or if you're looking for a tutorial on what I'm doing to combat an issue. So this is, behind me is a Snapper rear engine rider. It's a 2007 model, 28-inch cut, 11.5 horsepower Briggs and Stratton on it. I had this mower for quite, I guess maybe 4 or 5 months until I got my Husqvarna for free. Got this on a trade-in. It has a bagger. I had since sold it. This has come back as a repair. Customer paying repair, because it's about 3 months out of since whenever he bought it. 2 to 3 months roughly. He said he got some bad gas in it. Him and a bunch of other people got gas at the gas station, found out it had a bunch of water in it. So he told me that when I got it, I need to figure out the cause of bad gas, and he gave me a choke linkage. So I knew that I had to drain the tank. The tank was already drained. I needed to put a fuel line on it, and a couple of others. There's a lot of layers of an onion that we're going to peel back on this video. It includes carburetor, throttle linkage, a couple of other things that were kind of wonky, spark plug lead and all that. So you'll see all this in the video, how I go about it, uncover all the layers of the onion, so to speak. So I hope y'all enjoy it, and let's get started working on this thing. Hey everyone, welcome to Ellis Mowers. I'm gonna put y'all on the tripod. So this is a Snapper 28-inch. Y'all just saw on the channel. Guys had it 2 months maybe now. Used it a couple times for leaf pickup and stuff, and I feel bad for him. He fell victim to some bad gas. So I'm kind of working on it. It's going to be kind of a tutorial of, bad gas, and be careful where you buy. Although this guy bought from a well-known gas station. Obviously, I'm not going to name the name. But y'all don't have smell-o-vision. But real quickly, 28-inch Snapper high-vac 07 model with 11.5 horsepower Briggs overhead valve engine on it. What I have known so far with things that I need to fix on it, and they're probably not really his doing, it's just this was I tried to fix it myself and wasn't really able to do so deal. I think he quit far enough ahead to where it's not going to be too bad of a deal to fix for him. But I pulled out the cylinder here, or the spark plug right there, and this is what came out. And as you can see, fuel does not run like this out of an engine. Kids don't try this at home, but I will show you. I'm gonna move the mower out of the way. But this mess is not burning. I just pulled the engine here. And I can see water on the back side there, so. You can see it's burning me. It's not burning the burning the water there. So we've got to, I guess he's already drained the gas out of it, I hope. Let's check. Yeah, gas is basically drained out. And he knows he fell victim to bad gas because there's a bunch of people around him that bought gas at the same station and had the same issues. So not operator error, but just poor fuel station. Other things I've got to do, let me show you real quick. Spark plug lead came off, I just got to reattach that. They had tried to, I guess, drain the carburetor out or whatever, but they quit while they were ahead. And got the choke arm right here. Now, I don't know which way this mower's been turned or whatever, but it did have, obviously it had fuel/water in the cylinder, so I'm hoping that it did not damage the carburetor to the point that it needs to be replaced. But we shall see. Hopefully not. And I think, I don't know what that is down there, but it's a piece of plastic. Ugh. I'll have to get that piece of plastic out and see what it is, because that's definitely not supposed to be down there either. Shouldn't, like I said, shouldn't be too difficult. Let me investigate a little bit further. What I might go ahead and do is, it kind of stinks because I can't pull start it without doing this. Take that off. Take this cover off. I might spray some ether down in it after I fix the lead. So anyways, bad gas victim. I'm going to clean the plug off as well. I'm getting spark at the lead here, so I just need to reattach the lead and we'll be ready to roll. Alright, y'all, let's see if we can get it back going. I do have the spark reconnected, the lead. I just had to separate the metal and put it back together on the lead. I'll spray some cleaner in it and see what we got. It's a good promising sign. I might do that once or twice more, and then I might hook up the gas line and fix the choke arm and see what we have here. Sounds like that it is running a little bit faster than it should as well. So let me go ahead and do a little bit of that, see if we can save this thing. Alright, so like I said, I give an effort for trying to fix it, but they definitely did not do themselves any favors here. What they did, and I had to show you on the carburetor once I get this off, is I tried, I heard it running really fast, and I got the throttle down. I had the throttle down like right here. The throttle's working, by the way. There's a little bit of flex on the cable there, but if you can get a snapper with a good cable, then it's like a needle in a haystack, it seems, all the ones I have here. Well, maybe the other two I have here actually have good cables on them, I don't know. But I checked this, and this is locked. So this thing, governor's running wide open on it. Looks like this has been taken off at some point. Like I said, I think they quit while they quit before they made themselves too much damage. I think that the issue that I had with it getting pulled and with the water coming out of the spark plug, I think that stems from them lifting it up to get into the truck. Because when this way the carburetor is, whenever you tilt it back, kind of like on the ground, like you stand up a snapper, what it does is it does pull quite a bit of fuel down out of the carburetor bowl, especially if the gas tank has got a decent amount of gas in it. It pulls a decent amount of that down from the carburetor bowl into the crankcase. And so I think I just had a little bit of that because I checked the oil level, and the oil is full on it. And it doesn't smell like gas, to where if he filled it up, it would have leaked it all out. So yeah, so the deal is they bent the rod, the throttle rod, I don't know if y'all can see where they bent it. I'll show it to you when we get the cover off. And then I got to put the choke rod back on. So I think that's all I need to do, and replace the fuel line. Fuel line, I just got to get the linkages back right. Throw the air filter back in it and send it on its way, hopefully. So getting dark out here tonight. Got to take some stuff to the wonderful Lowe's. I really need to blow this off. But I'm going to do this tomorrow when the weather's nice again. I'll catch you then. Alright, I got the engine cover off. Like I said, it was 3 bolts. And I guess other things that I have found are this Flywheel Shroud. One of the, I guess one of the holes there got ripped off somehow. I don't know if it was from them messing with the pull rope or whatever, but that's gone. And then this rod here, I don't know how well it picks up in the light, but you see how bent that is? So they took that off, I am sure, along with the choke arm. They probably took that off and then tried to put it back on without detaching the carburetor, either here or back here, and have bent this and have basically locked the governor in place. So I got to bend that back and install the choke arm. Gas tank is relatively easy. It comes off, and we're going to get it off, and I'm going to drain the gas out of it. Drain out the old gas, like I said, and maybe just put some new gas in it. Hopefully I can flush out what is in the carburetor. It did run on starter fluid, as y'all saw. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to do that stuff off camera. I'll show you how to put the fuel line on real quick. Like I said, it's really easy. All you got to do is take, and get the tripod over here. You take this clip off the top here. He had already taken it off of the carburetor, but it goes around to the carburetor like so on these newer overhead valves for the snappers. And he already took the clip off of that. I'm going to go ahead and take this clip off, and then just really easy to get it over the fuel tank nipple. Go ahead and push it down. So this line was hard, but it wasn't crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and put a new fuel line on it as well. I'm just going to measure it to spec, make sure the fuel filter is clear on it, and then I guess put all this mess back together. I'm going to do this the quick way with I'm going to do this the quick way with the carburetor. I am just going to actually, instead of taking off the thing on the back with 7/16 and the 8 mil, I'm just going to take the whole intake off right here. So, let's see. I got a bunch of tools scattered about. I'm just trying to muster what I can here. You can either take it off here or take off the carburetor on the other side. And I might have to still. You don't want to take this off the intake too much. Can't quite get the impact down there, but basically I'm just going to take these off. Just trying to kind of show y'all what I'm dealing with here. And I don't, like I said, I don't do repairs. Typically this customer bought this mower from me. Y'all saw the finished product. I'll attach the videos that the video that I did on this for the finished product. But I'm just going to go ahead, I mean, it's really easy. I'll show you the finished linkage. I think he's got this thing backwards as well. There we go. So it's supposed to go back and forth like that, but they had it stuck because they bent it the wrong way. And I'm still going to go ahead and take this intake off. Hopefully I'm not in the way here, guys. Sorry. After I get through this and put the fuel line on, it'll be pretty smooth sailing, I think. As long as I can purge all that water out of the carburetor, we'll be good. Let's do that. Man. The amount they bent this is amazing. Just bending it back here so I can get it off. Alright. Wow. Okay. So, this is supposed to be straight with like a little J-hook on the end of it. And they actually bent it like that to get it back on without having to take the carburetor off. Y'all saw it. I'm only 6 minutes into this clip. We've already taken the fuel line off and the carburetor. So, alright. So, let me doctor it back. If I don't get it kind of back to spec, it's not going to run like it used to. So I'm going to work on that, and I'll catch back up with y'all when I get that finished here in just a second. Alright guys, let me show you what it's supposed to look like versus what it actually looks like as opposed to what it's supposed to look like. Let me get you on camera here. So this is I've got them oriented the exact same way, right? So that's the end that goes onto the governor arm. This is the end that goes on to the carburetor. As you can see, it's just a little J bend. It's not an S bend or Z bend, excuse me. And this one has been bent. So, I'm not giving him one of my new rods or one of my replacement rods. I'm going to bend his back into shape. Let me hop over to the vise. We're going to bend it back as good as we can, and then we're going to go ahead and put it back on. I'll show you the bent product, or I'll show you when I bend it back. I think that's close enough. What about y'all? I know it doesn't have to be 100%. You know, as Terrell Fixes All says, it's not the space shuttle. This will get the governor back working right again. They had the throttle, like, y'all saw it, like way off of what it needed to be. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this back on. The governor arm here goes like that. We'll put the spring in. Let's see. This spring was so difficult to get out. I'm right in y'all's way here. So it went in like outside in. Okay, went in through that little hole on the outside in. Slide this. Pop this back in its hole. Alright, there we go. Once we tighten that up, it will, the spring action will put it back on. Okay, now, very good. Now let's go to the carb side. We'll put this linkage back on. Let me get you a little closer here. Sorry, y'all. Now it seemed like my usual perky self. It's been a little bit of a stressful week. I'm just trying to get this done and out for the customer. All right, let's get the choke linkage on as well, since I've got it up here somewhere. This one's a little bit easier to get on. You just have to pop it on to the carb like so. We're gonna I'll get it on there, guys, I promise. Maybe it goes this way. Maybe I'm making life hard on myself. What you think? Let's see. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Fits to this little slot here in the back. You've probably seen me do that quite a few times. We're gonna put. Makes it a little bit more difficult whenever I did it like this. But we're gonna put this back on. Bring it over. Put the spring back in. To the little hole on top. Choke linkage on, up, and over. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Intake bolts back in. If I can get them back in. We also have the breather tube to attach back there too. So that's number one. Number two. Of course, I could have drained the gas out while I had the carb off, but judging by the fact that it ran, when I threw some starter fluid in it, I think we're going to be all right. So that plastic piece explains up top that was missing that I mentioned earlier, explains where that was coming from. Coming from the little shroud here. Let's see if I can hand tighten it. Yeah. All right. There we go. Saw me wrenching and putting bolts on. Again, don't put them too tight. All right, so here's the action that we should be getting on this thing. Let me throw the throttle up, make sure it's working right. Okay, throttle, choke. want to see it close a little bit more than that. So I'm going to adjust. I'm going to come over here very quickly. Off camera, I'm going to adjust this in a little bit. This throttle cable is a little stretched. I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to make it work for what it is. I'm going to take that 1/4 inch bolt out and just slide the throttle back a little bit. Yeah. So that it fully engages that choke there. Which it's not quite doing right now. It needs to be right there and then engaging the choke right there. So I'm going to adjust that a little bit. I'll be right back with you. Alright, y'all, here's the evidence all over the mower. As soon as I put gas in this thing, it started running like a river. I mean, it has run from, it ran out the bottom, what's supposed to be a dead plug here. It ran out of the tube over there for the breather. Got some in the cylinder. The oil doesn't seem like it's very messed up. I think I caught it before that. And so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the carb off, which I just showed you the sequence. I'm going to take the carb off. We'll put it over on my bench over there, and we're going to see just how bad this thing is. Because it's, I have a feeling somebody went into this. This mower I did not have to go into the carburetor on, so something has happened with this thing, and I've got to see what happened. But customer's going to be paying for a new carb, because this one is, I believe, not even salvageable. It's almost like the float didn't get put in or something. So let's take it off and see what happens here. Alrighty, y'all. I'm going to set you right here, and I'm going to blow into this carburetor. So, like, I've got this facing down now, right? Now, if I face it up, I should not be able to blow and suck. And even with it down like this, definitely not, right? So, excuse me. So I can blow and suck. Spit all over the place. But hey, this thing's bad. Whatever happened to it. So let me get it in the vise over here. I'll turn on my light and we'll look inside it after I get it off with the vise. Alright, let me see if I can get it off right here. If I can't, we'll put it in the vise. It's almost like there's no float in it, which is crazy. These bolts were loose. There's a float. There's a float in it. It's clean. Let me put these back on. I wonder if they tried to take the carb off of this thing. See if I can blow through it now. Yeah, I think I'll take it back off. I don't want to take my chances on this carburetor, especially because it's a Nicky. But the way that all the water and stuff got in here, you can see it on the camera right there where those water droplets are. Where all that water and stuff got in here, I don't know what type of damage it did to the seals and stuff. And like I said, it's not seating like I want it to. The gasket looks like it's a little messed up. It looks like somebody got into this. and did something to it, because I know I had this mower for months and it did not leak a drop. So I mean, you might be able to see some of the water droplets on it. So I don't know if I'm going to take a chance of trying to fix this carburetor with the way that the gaskets and stuff are on it already. I don't know if I'll be able to get it to seal back properly. And also, I want this guy to have a reliable lawnmower and it not to come back to me again. So I'm going to go ahead, put another carburetor on it. Obviously, I'm going to charge him for it, and I told him that that might be a possibility as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. Y'all saw how I took this off. I am going to do that, and then I will we'll test it, make sure that it runs good. Then catch in just a second. I've had a few people ask me where I get these carburetors from, because these aftermarket carburetors run really good on these Briggs. All the ones I've gotten from this place. It's called the ROP Shop, Rugged Outdoor Products. I find them on eBay. Usually buy them about 2 or 3 at a time. Last I checked, they're anywhere between $20 and $25. So I buy the ones for like the 31,000 series, I think, Briggs, because this is a 217802. So I think I get like 3 707 carbs or something like that. They're the same, they just have a bigger jet in them. I've put them on anything from a 12 horse flathead to a 19.5 horse Intech, and they've worked beautifully so far. So I hope that this will be the same for this 11.5 here. I think it will be. I don't think it'll run too rich. One thing I did have to do, this one doesn't even come, or this snapper doesn't even have like a anti-backfire solenoid on it. So this one actually came with the solenoid. I had to cut the end off of it. So I'm putting that back in. This also has like a curved edge on it as well for the fuel inlet. So I'll have to snip off a little bit of my fuel line in order to accommodate that. But I've had good luck with them. I'm going to pop this on and see if it will run like it should. And I'll catch back up with y'all in just a second. Alrighty guys, I have it out here in the driveway. New carburetors on it. It is not leaking with gas in it. I have purged the cylinder of the excess fuel that got into it. I did not feel or smell any sort of oil smell in the oil. And the oil level looks good. So I think I got it before it got into the crankcase, which is good. So I think I've fixed all the wrongs. It's dark. I hope it works, because I'm ready to go inside and get something to eat. So and go to bed. So let me crank it and see if we're good. I'd say that's a success. Second pull. To make sure it runs or dries and cuts like it should. no backfire. Good. I didn't want to do it in the dark here. It just gets dark early. It's only about 7 p.m. Eastern time. That thing's done, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. And so, moral of the story, check your gas if you buy it from any gas outlet to make sure it smells good, has the right, like I said, has the right smell, has the right even like texture, so to speak, and it's not like bubbling up with water, because there's definitely a bunch of water in this gas. So let me see if it cranks back up. Yeah, I love that pull start. It's so easy. Excellent. So that's done. All in, all done. Tell the customer it's ready to rock and roll. Let it sit overnight. Make sure it doesn't have any other leaks from the fuel. So here we go. New fuel line. Had to bend the rod back. That was not done by me. Had to put a carburetor on it because the water got to the seals and pretty much corrupted them. I don't know if somebody was in the carburetor before me. All I know, it was leaking like a sieve. So that's what we had to do with this. Guy's got to put his air filter cover back on it. That's not my doing. He's got it at wherever he's at. So thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all enjoy this video. Catch me at Ellis Mowers 09 on Instagram and Facebook. Y'all see I'm getting close, very close to the spring sprint. Gonna have a lot of content coming in the coming weeks, here Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern time here in the United States. Catch y'all next time, and I'll see you then.